Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Life to the Full Tuesday night call. I'm super excited just to connect with everybody. We had an awesome weekend this weekend. I don't know if everybody got a chance to check out Super Saturday and all of the things going on, but it was great. The new product came out, which, if you don't know, is a cleanser that is only $20, which is two very exciting things. The fact that it's a cleanser, basically, let's see, it was in May, it will be 3 years ago since they launched Joyum, the day and night serum, because that was right after I had joined. And I remember being super excited, but everyone being like, okay, now you have to give us a cleanser because it says use a cleanser to wash your face like before each one. And so I'm very excited about that. We always know that the quality is there with Plexus, and I'm excited because it's like a $20 product, which is amazing. Crystal has been using the cleanser. She earned it last month by signing up, helping two friends get started, signing them up. And so she was able to be one of those early testers. And this past weekend when I saw her, she said she was using it, I think only for 3 days at that point. And she said that her skin felt amazing and she felt like she just had this glow about her. So does anybody else have it or got to try it yet? Amber, did you have it or no? No. Okay. So I'm just really excited about it. I think it's going to be a great pairing, and especially because we all know that Joyum is amazing. It's great that we have like a legit line with Joyum Day and Night, the cleanser, and collagen. So that's a great combo going on there for people who care about ingredients when it comes to skincare. So we'll talk a little bit about success sprints at the end, because that was also something new that came out a couple of weeks ago that I'm really excited about, because it is about consistency, which we know is the most important thing in our lives, really. I mean, for our health, if we're helping friends, if we are doing this as a business, consistency is super important. And that is something that is here to help us. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about energy. I don't know if that's the exact right word for it, but that's kind of the word that I am using. Last Wednesday night, after I taught my body combat class, it was a really good class. Let me just say that. And it wasn't because of me necessarily. I'm not like, I'm such a great instructor. I mean, I think I'm a good instructor. I like my style, but it's not for everybody. But when I got done the class, a couple of people were like, oh my gosh, that was so good. And the reason why it was good is because it wasn't just because I brought it. It was because the participants brought it too. And there was this magic that happens in a workout class and an exercise class when both participants, the instructor and the members, are bringing the energy. There is something that happens when I bring intensity, they start to match the intensity. When they start hooting and hollering and bringing it a little bit more, punching a little harder, doing those things, I start to do the same. It pushes me to go harder, to go faster, to jump higher, to do what I can do. And when I was walking out of the class, I was literally thinking about the intensity level that you bring will be matched by the people that you bring it to. And I don't know why that was such like an aha moment. But I started to think about, even in like the laws of motion, there's one that says for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And I just couldn't get it out of my head. And that's even why on that graphic, I put like, the little pendulum disc balls where you like hit one and it goes to the other, and it hits one and it goes to the other, and they swing back and forth, and the energy just keeps transferring back and forth, back and forth. And there's this momentum that just keeps going. And we have seen that. I have seen that so many times in my life, but while being a part of Plexus, that when I enter into a conversation with someone with confidence, with excitement about what this can do for them, they will match that confidence with belief. They will have belief in me. They will have belief in the products. They will have belief in the community that I am offering when I come at it with confidence. But when I come at it with a little bit of uncertainty or a little bit of doubt, that can be sensed a mile away. And then they are going to match that. They are going to have a little bit of doubt. They are going to have a little bit of uncertainty. And what's great about Plexus, what's great about our products, is that we can have that certainty. We don't have to have doubt. We know that the products work. We know that, what? Okay, thanks. Okay, sorry. That's all right, bud. Go on. we know that we have something good here. And so literally, if we just think about what are the things that these products do, what do they target, what is so important about them, how is this helping so many people, what's my favorite story that I have heard about this, and when we're going to reach out to somebody, when we're going to talk to somebody about that, sorry about all that going on, then we think about those things and we can have a confidence and excitement about what we've seen and about what is yet to come for somebody. And I have seen it so many times in conversations that when I come at it with excitement, when I speak to people on the phone, when I speak to people in a voice message, when I speak to people in person, and they can hear my energy, they can hear my confidence, they will match it back. It is powerful. If you are here because you just want health results, you want to get good results, I will tell you what, if you come to me and you're excited and you're like, I am here for it, I'm in it, what else can I do? I'm taking my products, I'm drinking my water, I want to do all the things, help me do more. I am going to match your intensity. I am going to be here to coach you. I'm going to be messaging you every day. I'm going to be holding you accountable. I'm going to be cheering you on. There is something that happens when we bring energy, when we bring intensity, and we allow somebody to give us that energy in return. And it creates this beautiful momentum. I say this all the time to people when they're just getting started. You may have heard me say it to you that, these products work. And so even for people who are skeptical, if they're consistent and if they drink their water and they listen, they will see results, even if they're skeptical. However, the people who are expectant for results, the people who are excited for results, most of the time I find that they see results quicker or they notice them first. Maybe it's that they notice it first. And I have said to people, it's almost like when people say that they have the will to live or not. There is literally something there that when you have a desire to see something work, when you have a desire to see something happen, what you focus on expands. You will see those things. And so if you are here for health goals, if you're here for weight loss, if you're here to see if you can get your gut health straightened out and get off medication, if you're here to help with anxiety and depression, if you're here to help with diabetes, if you're here to make an income for your family, if you're here to help your friends, any of those things, you need to come at it with energy. You need to find the energy that is inside you and direct it towards that. And then you need to go after somebody who can give you that energy in return. Whether it's your coach, your sponsor, the person who signed you up, me or Amber, somebody here who can help walk alongside you, come at us, bring us that energy of what you want. What are the goals? Nothing is too big or too small here. I will tell you that there was a season where I would set goals, whether it was in my health or with my business of Plexus. And I thought, I know this sounds crazy. And thankfully, I had somebody in my life who said, why do you keep saying it sounds crazy? And I was like, I don't know, because I don't really think it sounds crazy. I think it's possible, but I just feel like other people are going to think it sounds crazy. And it's like, well, here I was putting out this energy that like, I know this is crazy, but so I switched it. I switched it in my mind and I stopped saying, I know this is crazy or I know I'm crazy. And I started saying, I'm a faith-filled risk taker and this is what I am going after. If you have never read Chase the Lion, I highly recommend it because it is a similar idea of, going after the 500-pound lion. What is the 500-pound lion in your life? Don't hesitate, just go after it with intensity. And so I shifted my thinking and I shifted what I said about myself, and the energy that created in myself and the energy it created around me it inspired belief in people, because now I wasn't sitting there having my own doubt. I wasn't anticipating their doubt and then creating my own doubt. I was saying what I believed and then they believed it too. So if you want me to believe that you can come in here and you can have fitness goals, you can have health goals, then make me believe it. Show me that you believe it. If you want to come in here and you want to go gold this month, or you want to help 10 people or 20 people, or you want to go emerald this year, right? Which is Jewel and Plexus, which is Alexis and a trip to Mexico and a 6-figure income potentially. Okay. If you want that, you come at me and you tell me that and you show me that you believe it, and I will match your intensity. I will run with you, right? I will match it because I will believe it. And so now here's the question though. When you feel like you're the one who has to initiate it, where do you get the energy from? right? Where can you get that energy from? If you want something, but you feel doubt and you're not sure where to get the energy from, I'll share a little bit of some of the places that really help me find that energy, find that intensity, bring it up, and then to be able to transfer that to somebody else. So you can get it from other people, obviously. You can get it from yourself. You can talk yourself into it. Talk about the things that you have accomplished before. I shared this with someone last week, with starting out the new year and feeling like I haven't been great on meeting my fitness goals in the past several months. And so I set a goal for myself to do a core workout every day because I know that I've been suffering in my back because my core is not strengthened as much as it was. And literally, I had some dirty clothes, not a lot of clean clothes. And I was trying to find a long sleeve shirt and I saw my shirt from my marathon in there. And I was like, that shirt's not really that comfortable. I don't want to wear it. And I was like, you know what, Allie, that's the shirt you need to wear because you're going to remind yourself you can do hard things. You ran a freaking marathon. You can do a core workout for 3 minutes, 5 minutes every day. That's not hard. The hard part is actually getting up and doing it, right? And so I put that shirt on and I reminded myself that I could do hard things. What is it that you've done? If you have had a baby, if you have been married, if you have taken a job, if you've interviewed for a job, if you have played a sport, if you've started a relationship, if you've broken off a relationship, you have done something that is not easy, right? We've all done something difficult. And I think that we don't give ourselves enough credit. And when we come up against something new or a goal that we have, we sit there and we're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do this. Stop it. What have you done before? I want everybody, if you're able, write something down that you have done that was hard. Okay. Just because it doesn't mean you didn't enjoy it. Maybe you enjoyed it, or maybe you were super thankful at the end of it, but it was difficult, right? It took effort. Maybe it took pain, right? Maybe it took a tough conversation. If you have done something like that, write it down and then write down, I can do hard things. This is how you find the energy within you to do something. You remind yourself of the things that you have done before, right? You practice gratitude. You remind yourself of the things that the Lord has done for you before. Okay. There are many scriptures in the Bible over and over and over that talk about remembering the things of the past, remembering the deeds have done, speaking it to the generation, speaking it to people so that we will not forget, right? So that we will operate in a way of faith that says God has done it before, he can do it again. And if he did it once, he can do it again. And why not for me? And so when we can come to a place of gratitude, of remembering the things that we've been able to do, remembering what he's done for us, we will find that energy, find that motivation within us. Okay. So we can talk ourselves into it. We can remind ourselves, we can get it from the Lord, right? I also love music. I mean, music is like food for the soul. And I'm not like a musician or anything, but I don't know anybody who can't relate to some sort of music. It might be different for you than it is for me, but I have found in most seasons that there are like one or two songs that just speak to my soul. And if I put that song on, I am like, I get fired up. I can feel it well up within me. I get emotional about it. Okay. And so find what it is for you in the season. If the song that was working for you before is kind of not doing it for you, maybe there's something new. Maybe there's a new message that you need to find, right? For me in different seasons, there've been some songs like So Will I, or A Billion Reasons, I think it's called as well. That song has been huge for me. Like How He Loves, right now, This Is Me from the Greatest Showman soundtrack. Okay. And I shared about the Million Dreams, right? A couple weeks ago, we talked about that. Another in the Fire, Steph said. There are songs, there's a few Switchfoot songs, Breathe It In and Let It Out. I put that song on all the time. Breathe it in and let it out. And the beat is like, I love that when I'm running. I said, breathe it in and let it out. I'm just like, let everything out, let it out. Stop holding yourself back. There are some fun ones. There are ones that I just get going. Quite honestly, if any of you guys have seen my stories, I have a cleaning soundtrack in my house, and it's basically the Trolls soundtrack. Okay. For some reason, that soundtrack lights me up and it speaks to my soul, some of the songs, because basically I am Poppy in human form. Okay. So I just relate to her and I relate to the music in that. And when we turn that on, my kids roll their eyes, is what they do. They don't get that excited. They roll their eyes. They're like, oh gosh, here we go. We're going to clean and mom's going to dance and embarrass the heck out of us. But it just speaks to me. And so if there is a song that has spoken to you in the past, like turn that on, play it every day. It's not stupid. Consistency. Remember, consistency compounds. Play it every day. And then when it gets old, play something else, find something new and play it. When the song was So Will I for me, there was one specific one that I love. I can't listen to the Hillsong version. Actually, there's one on YouTube that I just absolutely love. It's 11 minutes long. And so every single day when I would get in the shower, I would put that song on every day. And it was just perfect. It was the perfect timing. I was like, okay, taking a quick shower, but I'm starting my day off right. I'm setting my mindset. I'm setting my heart filled with gratitude, right? All of these things. And so that's one way. Another way is sermons. Okay. If any of you guys have ever heard of Transformation Church, their sermons, Michael Todd, that pastor there, has been completely transformational in my life over the past like year and a half. And there is a very specific sermon series called Crazy Faith. It is a 20-part series. What church does 20-part series? I don't know, but Transformation Church does. But I know I've listened to all of the sermons from that series more than once, but there are a few specific ones that I've listened to over and over and over. 4, 7, and 11. Number 11, I've probably listened to at least 20 times. Okay. Yes. 4, get out of the boat, wavy faith. Okay. And then 7 is Lazy Faith. And then Lazy Faith Part 2. Those were super instrumental for me. We want a rip the roof off kind of faith. Okay. But number 11 is Blazy Faith. It's Blazy Faith. It talks about walking through the fire and not getting burned. Right. And that one lit me up and I've listened to it over and over and over. And this is a side note here. If there's something that normally strikes your passion, it gives you energy and you know it, and you are resistant to turn it on, that is a trigger warning to you that says, why do I not want change right now? Why do I not want to turn something on that I know is going to put me in a good place? And sometimes it's good because you can recognize maybe I'm in a season of like, maybe I need to just spend a day and grieve. Maybe I need to spend a day and be quiet. Maybe I need to spend a day of reflection. Maybe there are some things going on I need to deal with. But most of the time, it's that we don't want to change. We don't want to be challenged. We don't want to be inspired. We kind of just want to sit in our sadness or in our laziness. That's what it is most of the time for me. If I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I want to turn on Blazy Faith, or I want to turn on one of those songs, and I don't, it's because I don't really want change that day. And that's something where I have to then be super intentional and say, I am going to go after this. Okay. What I want for myself and for my family is bigger than how I'm feeling in this moment. Okay. So that's just sort of a side note about, how we feel, and not necessarily always letting those desires, trump what we know is good and what we want for us. Okay. Working out. That is another thing that can give you that energy, give you that passion, give you that excitement. I told you guys, literally this whole thought has been spurred on by a workout class. The Stephen Furtick sermon, the Talk Yourself Into It. Is that the one, Steph, you're talking about? So there's a sermon. Yes, I have that in my notes actually too. Called Talk Yourself Into It. It's probably only a clip of a sermon because it's only 19 minutes and his sermons are usually way longer than that. I'll post it with the recording of this, but it's called Talk Yourself Into It. In 2019, the beginning of 2019, when I decided I was going to go get certified for body combat, and I had some big goals for plexus and just for a lot of different things. The new year always does that to me. Not everybody is affected as much by the new year, but I have always been affected by the new year. I shared that a few weeks ago. So I was going to get certified for body combat. I listened to that sermon, that 20-minute clip, every single day for the entire month of January and the entire month of February. I would sit there, I'd listen to it. Sometimes I would listen to it more than once because it talks about talking yourself into it. People are not always going to be there to encourage you. They're not always going to be there to light you up, right? But we can learn to encourage ourselves. We can learn to motivate ourselves. We have the tools, we have the resources. That's literally what we're talking about right now. And so that is something that has been super encouraging and instrumental to me in my life as well. So I'll also put the link to that in there. Let's see. Talking it out with someone, gratitude, we talked about, celebrating victories, celebrating someone else's accomplishments. Okay. I'm going to say that again. You can create your own excitement. You can create your own energy if you celebrate someone else's victories. Now, this is super counterintuitive to our culture and even to our own instincts. I am someone who's very competitive, and it's very easy for me to play the comparison game. It's very easy for me to talk down to myself based on the accomplishments of other people. But if we challenge that thought, if we challenge that mindset, and we celebrate the goodness that we see in other people's lives, that we celebrate the goodness of what they're going through, we celebrate the good that they are receiving, we will have like real genuine gratitude, real genuine care and excitement for them. And we will start to believe if they can do it, we can do it too. And you guys, that's a very real thing. I was always hesitant to share my journey because I never wanted it to come off like in an arrogant way or in like an air of that made people feel weird. But most people are like, no, because you're doing it, I believe I can do it too. And so when we have that sort of that attitude of celebrating other people's victories, like we start to build an excitement within ourselves. We build that energy. We feed off the energy they have. And this is the thing. We match the energy that they put off. Other people match the energy that we put off. If the energy that you are bringing up in yourself, that you're manifesting in yourself about someone else's victories and excitement is jealousy, is thinking that must be great for them, is like blame on yourself or whatever, like you will have a same, like that will be the intensity of that will be just as intense as their excitement, but you can decide which direction it's going to go. Are you going to go down the negative route and be super negative, or are you going to go down the excited, positive, grateful route? I will tell you what, if you're going down that negative route, you have a scarcity mindset, and that's like a whole other conversation that we need to have. But if you are celebrating what other people have accomplished, you believe there is enough to go around. Okay. And that is an abundance mindset, believing there is enough to go around, celebrating when someone else helps a friend get started on their journey, because we want to see people feel better, right? There is enough to go around. Okay. There's a passage that says, my father owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. There is enough to go around. If you are doing the consistent things, it is inevitable for you to see results. Okay. It doesn't always look the way that you want it to look, and it's not always in the timing that you expect it to be, but quite honestly, it's usually better. Okay. And so remembering that there is enough to go around. So find something every day that brings you energy. Find something in you that lights that fire. It is there. There is a spark there. There is the fuel, this like, what is that called? The kindling. It is there. It is within you, but you need something to light that spark. Find what it is every day. If it is talking to someone, if it is reading your Bible, listening to a sermon, listening to music, working out, dancing it out. Steph made a great post the other day about just dancing it out. Do that thing. Be intentional to do that thing every single day and get yourself started on the right foot. And then when you go to other people, whether it's about something totally unrelated, but if it's about Plexus, if it's about helping them on a health journey, if it's about helping them make a legitimate income, they will match the intensity and the confidence that you are bringing. Okay. So bring it. And I challenge you guys, please try that. Try that this week. Go to somebody with confidence. Hey, I saw this testimony and I couldn't help but think of you. Okay. I could not help but think of you. Maybe this is something that could help you. Can we talk about it more? Go at them with a confidence, right? If you know this has helped you, if you know that this is good, why are you shy to share about it, right? Why are you afraid to tell somebody the truth of how much it has helped you? Okay. So that's that about energy. just with all of that being said, let's just briefly talk about success sprints. Okay. Basically, Plexus has taken the idea of convention contest and leaders retreat, and they have turned it into something that is all year long, which is super exciting, broken up into 4 quarters. So we are in quarter 1, January, February, March. So 90-day sprints. If you have been here to share Plexus, to do the business of Plexus, you know that a lot of times our business runs in 90-day cycles. It makes sense. Our body runs in 90-day cycles. We always tell people your cells regenerate every 90 days, right? So it would make sense that our businesses would do the same. Like, nature is cool that way, but things run in cycles, right? And so we are doing these 90-day sprints, and basically every single thing that you do, helping someone get started as an ambassador or as a customer, keeping people, helping them to stay on their products, to be consistent so that they see results, helping someone underneath of you get friends started, helping them go silver, hitting a rank, helping someone below you hit a rank. Those are all things that you'll earn credits for towards these success sprints. And basically, you're getting prizes based on how many credits you have earned. Now, you need to sign up 2 people yourself, 2 level 1s, help 2 people get started sometime in that 3-month period in order to qualify. And sometime in that 3-month period, you need to sign up 6 people, help 6 people get started to go to another level of prizes. So those prizes range from $100 cash, like $200 cash, a sports package, which means a Apple Watch and earbuds, a MacBook Air, $1,500, right? There are a whole bunch of prizes, and it restarts every single quarter, right? So you could earn all the prizes each quarter. I mean, how crazy is that? And you can help other people earn those prizes, earn those cash prizes. What's great about Plexus is every time they do a contest, they're not just doing a contest for the sake of the contest. They are literally having you do things that build yourself a legacy business, a business that will last. So if you do these things, like literally we're just doing our job, right? We will be getting paid for all the normal stuff, all the referrals, all the ranking up, all of those things. But now we're getting all these extra fun things on top of it. After the 4 quarters, the top 50 earners will earn a trip to Paris, you guys. Paris, an all expense trip to Paris. That is amazing. And let me tell you what, if you are doing the things throughout the year to build a business, to hit ranks, to help people, to say, how many people can I help get their products covered, right? How many people can I help find an accountability partner? How many people can I help hit gold and make about, $700 to $1,000 a month? You guys, that is life-changing income. Okay. How many people can you help do that? You will also be growing your own business, and you will also be earning for these success sprints. So take the excitement, take the energy that we are talking about tonight, sit down, write out some goals for yourself, write out some dreams. What would you do if you went gold in this first quarter? What would you do if you went senior gold in this quarter? What would you do if you went emerald this year? Okay. Emerald is a average of a 6-figure income, a Lexus or a lifestyle bonus, and a trip to Mexico this year. Okay. What would you do with that? What would you do if that was you? What would you do if you earned the Paris trip? How would you feel? Right? How would your family feel? Would you be excited? Who would you want to, and who do you want to bring along with you? Who's the power team that you want to grow that they'll get to earn that with you as well? Okay. Think about those things, and then message somebody, text somebody, voice message, call somebody, and transfer that energy, that excitement, so they can get excited. They're going to excite you right back, and you're going to keep that momentum going. If you don't have somebody to message me. I always tell the other instructors I teach body combat with that I'm a really good hype man. But let me just tell you something. The hype is not fake. None of it is fake. It is completely genuine. Okay. When I'm excited, I'm excited. And just because most of the times you see me, I'm excited, that's because I've learned to well that excitement up within me. And also it's because talking to people is one of the ways that I get excitement, that I get energy. So when you see me on here talking, I get more and more energy the more I get to talk to you guys. So good for me, but sorry for you. if it's too much talking. But also going back to that, maybe you're someone who gets energy from having a little bit of a rest. Okay. That is a good thing too. Sometimes you need to rest and recharge and then get back at it. And then think about, now, what can I do now that my body feels rested, and get back at it? So I don't want to discount the people who need to rest in order to recharge. Okay. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I definitely want to hear some goals about what kind of things you guys want to earn for the sprints. How many people do you want to help get started? Who do you have in mind that you want to help them find an accountability partner? And let me know some of those ways that you yourself find that energy within you, that you bring it. And who are you going to transfer that energy to this week? Who are you going to bring some light and some love and some faith, some crazy faith, into their life this week by transferring that energy back and forth? So thank you guys so much for listening. Does anybody have any questions about the success sprints or anything else really quickly? I don't want to take too much time from you guys, but I want to allow if anyone has questions. Okay. Cool. Let me know if you think of any, and me and Amber, and we would love to help you with that. So thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you have an amazing night, an amazing week. I love all of you. I am praying for all of you, and I am here for all the things. So thanks, guys.
Thanks, Allie.
Bye.
Bye.